Hey guys, good morning. Got the cup of coffee. Thought I'd do an impromptu video. It's been one of my goals. I've got a friend with me who does not like to be on camera. Maybe she'll say something, maybe not, but it's my goal on this channel at AMTV to provide you with actionable information to improve your life. And I talked about making some major changes on AMTV because I'd much prefer to provide you guys with tools for success, things that you can do to be proactive, than I would continue to warn about the same things that we've already been warning about over the last decade or so that have already come true. And the cold hard reality is this economy has changed permanently. The global economy has changed. And you're either going to have to figure out how to adopt to that and change and reinvent yourself, learn new skills, start new businesses, and you're going to have to be a part of that to succeed and to, more importantly, just adapt to this new world. I mean, we have a global economy now. This is what they've been pushing forward. We have technology companies that dominate the entire planet. We've seen how, and this is why I launched my course recently, social media and e-commerce are the new business models that are extremely essential. And we've also seen it create these amazing opportunities. So let me give you one example of this with e-commerce. A lot of these small e-commerce shops, many of them like mine, but many of my students that have started these, hey buddy, how you doing? That have started these new businesses have done extraordinarily well in this environment because so many people have been selling out of their products. So for example, if you order on Amazon, there was like 2-4 week shipping delays. In some cases, there's still these delays. So a lot of these mom and pop shops, I teach all this at my school, had record sales in this current environment. The companies that I run had record sales. And it's a very strange thing. And this is why I've always talked about this. I've talked about this at my school, bitcoinrich.com as well. Pivot, leverage, and profit. Things in life, you get lucky, but it's timing, it's persistence, it's skill, and it's practice. And those qualities will get you a lot further in life than smarts or talents or talent. In fact, that's one thing that I've learned from, I have a lot of friends. Some are on the intellectual level, are super smart, have MBAs, have other friends that didn't graduate college and run multi-million-dollar businesses. So the point is, you don't have to be a genius to do the things that you want to do in life. And more importantly, it's not about monetary gain, right? I've always said it's about getting up in the morning, being impassioned, being excited that you're doing something that you actually care about. Because if you're seeking something like a falsehood, let's say you're just seeking money, that's not going to fill you up in your heart at the end of the day. That's not going to be sustainable. What has this whole crisis shown us? This whole crisis and the lockdown, as we see kind of this fake reopening up again, has only proved and put us all at attention to understand and give us some guidance on what really matters in your life. So as I talked about a couple days ago, you should use this as a giant opportunity to reprioritize what really matters in your life and then do something. I get a lot of objections sometimes. People say, Christopher, it's too expensive. I don't have a couple $100 for your school. Well, have you ever considered that the most important investment that you could ever make is in yourself? And if you don't invest in yourself, don't expect to get a return. If you're not learning new material, then don't expect to learn anything. When's the last time you picked up a book? For most Americans, they haven't read a single book this entire year. What you're doing is you're rehashing information online. The cyclical nature of, I've said, like eating Doritos. We were watching social media. It doesn't do anything for you. It's empty. And just like your physicality, your physical body, if you're not working out, or your spiritual health, if you're not praying every single day, you're not getting anything in return. What you take in is what you're going to put out. So you need to start putting in good information. And I wanted to bring my friend here behind the camera, may or may not, she's shaking her head. I wanted to talk about why my school is so valuable and what makes it different from the other programs. Because a lot of these programs, we've taken them too. Right through the years, I've been doing this 12 years, you get in there and it's one big sales funnel to the other products, but it doesn't teach you anything of real value. Now my school's different. from the standpoint, you get another side of me, and you get, we've talked about this, you get actual steps and actions, real strategies. Like one of them is how to generate leads, right? This is a tangible thing that can relate to each and every one of your businesses out there and industries on how to target your customer. So for example, I teach you how to target a specific demographic. If you're a real estate agent, I'll teach you exactly how to target your specific location, the type of properties that you're selling, the type of people, with the income constraints, with the interest. We basically narrow all this down. I teach how to run advertising based on that at scale. I teach you how to do it organically. And the real difference is too, I teach everyone how I did it, which was from no money, starting not really with any tools, but this, hard work, and a cell phone. That's what people don't understand. You can do all this with a cell phone. So I was going to ask you the question about like, how do you think the global economy has changed with jobs and stuff? And like, from their perspective, from the people's perspective, if you're out of work, there's 40 million people unemployed. I mean, why is it important to learn new skills? Why should they or should they not do anything and learn something new?
Well, you've got hopefully more time on your hands than you had before, less distractions, and you're able to really think about what matters to you and be consistent in every day of, hitting a certain, trying to hit a goal. And what made you successful is just the consistency at the beginning, every single day doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And without the distractions, if you're not working, if you're home, hopefully you've got more time. Every day you can hit it to try to hit the goal, be consistent, and grow towards something that, whatever the business is.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a minute with schooling. That's changed. Like our kids, you have kids, our kids going to school. Like how are people going to operate in a society of social distancing? How are people going to operate? Like, what's the value of school now? Kids don't even go to college. They're asked to pay $15,000 a semester for school. How does that add any value?
Well, it's going to be all online courses. You're going to be able to choose what courses you're interested in and what you want to take. There are going to be many courses that you're going to learn. Kids are going to learn through their mini courses. There's tons of them, emerging now. It's going to be more customized, but it's all going to be online. It's not going to be in person, which is unfortunate because I think there's an element of in person that you miss out on. But at the same time, not everyone's going to be learning the exact same information because you're going to be able to pick and choose what you want to learn about.
Yeah, so it's custom learning.
Yeah.
Custom online learning,
right.
Apprenticeship.
Right.
Like I was talking about, if you're a nurse, why do they make you go to college for 4 years and take on debt? You could just shadow a top nurse at a top level hospital for 6 months. You would change bedpans, you would clean wounds, you would administer medicines, you would know what to do. You don't have to go to college for 4 years to do that. And the point is, that structure it doesn't even make any sense. And I don't think it makes any sense at all in the new world. I mean, all the big tech companies, everyone's working from home. They're not going back to these ghost buildings anymore. So it's custom learning, custom education, and basically targeted skill sets, right? And that's also, if you're interested in making money, it's how you make money, right? With a targeted, specialized skill where you're best in the world, right? So if I wanted to learn how to swing a baseball bat, I wouldn't have some random dude tell me about it. I would seek out Barry Bonds or somebody, or if I wanted to swing a golf club, ask Tiger Woods how to swing the golf club.
Well, people do better with a coach. Everybody does better with a coach.
Yeah. What would you say to someone that says that they don't have enough money or time to take a course? Like we talk about the cost element of it, right? I mean, my course is a couple $100.
If you don't have $200 and you don't have time to do something each day or each week in some level of consistency, then you're not going to grow a business. You're not going to start one. You're not going to go anywhere with what you're trying to attempt to do because it's $200. I mean, you've got a phone. You can start there. But at some point, you've got to invest in inventory, or you've got to invest in your mind. You've got to invest in something. You can't start a business from absolutely nothing.
Now you buy a lot of products online. What types of things do you buy?
I buy online courses, learning apps, cookbooks.
Okay, cookbooks is a big one. In fact, my friend buys all kinds of cookbooks and she'll spend $50 just for a cookbook. That's why I kind of think it's funny. We've built these in-depth, highly specialized, multi-chapter courses that it's the same information that I'm revealing to my students, you tuning in, that I reveal when I'm consulting companies. Same information, and like you said, buy cookbook for $50 online.
Yeah.
And these are the types of products you can be selling. If you're a fitness instructor, sell a workout, right? If you're a hula dancer, I talked about this at school the other day in our newest video, chapter 1, so you should click the link below and join us. There's a lot more information like this. I said you should do hula dancing, but target, she's in a Japanese market, target children and teach them courses on how to hula, because kids love that, and it's kind of gimmicky too, and it's a great way to sell that to reach her end customer.
Yeah, and parents are looking for things that they can do with their kids to help them learn and grow in this course of social distancing.
Yeah, and a perfect example, you hear kids behind us obviously, but a lot of you are probably in the same situation where, you know, things aren't perfect. It's like, how do you find the time? A lot of people complained in years past they couldn't go to college or school because of family and kid restrictions. But now when you can do it online, you can do it as a mother, right? You could do it as somebody who's holding maybe 1 or 2 jobs, and you're trying to make ends meet, your truck driver, throw in the earpiece and run a podcast for an hour, right? And learn at your own pace. Now, the other thing that I talk about a lot is I have a lot of friends that never take action. And this is why I encourage you to take action. A lot of the people that I know have, like my peers, have really good ideas. They're super smart. Some of them have MBAs from like the biggest private, most exclusive private schools in the world, but they're very institutionalized. They never really like break out and get out and try something or take a risk. And what is this whole, I go back to the crisis, but the whole crisis should have changed you here. It should have changed you here. Like, what do you have to lose? Why would you not try to pursue something that you wanted to pursue? Maybe you're at a 9-to-5 job right now, if you're lucky enough to still have a job because it was deemed essential. If you're not happy, if you're not invigorated, if you're not excited every day, if you're not passionate, like, why are you even doing it? Steve Jobs was famous for saying that if you repeated something too many days in a row and it was making you unhappy, that you should quit, right? I would advise that too. Quit, take our course instead, learn something new. You know, you don't have to be drastic, obviously, in an environment where people need money, and I know everybody's struggling to pay their bills and these kinds of things, but why would you focus your attention on something that wasn't providing real value? Any other advice? Okay. All right, guys, I love you. That's a little bit of a tidbit information. Highly, highly encourage you. And good morning to you. Take action. Just stop waiting around. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. We have really deep dive lessons, learning material. I give you concrete advice, action, real monetizable advice. At our school, AMTVU.com, I teach you how to make your first $1,000, $3,000. I teach you how to sell online. A lot of people say, Christopher, I don't have a product. I give you product ideas, market ideas, niche ideas. Where is this all going? One of the things I've been really good at in years, I'm good with technology. Don't know everything, but I'm really, really good with technology, social media, e-commerce. I tell you specifically the areas that are advantageous right now, where you can have, and I give you that competitive advantage. I'm very, very good at what I do. I've learned everything pretty much because of the hard way and through repetition and practice that has taught me and allowed me to coach and mentor you in a way that saves you 10 years and 12 years of honestly working really, really hard to develop these skill sets. One of my newest students owns a gym. He's got new fitness products. I'm working with him directly. So that excites me. And maybe you've got a really cool product idea or a niche business, or maybe you don't. Maybe you should just take my course today. By the way, pricing is going up, so I would execute on the early bird discount right now. Maybe you just need to get your mind in the right place. My school will also do that for you. It'll get your mind focused at attention so that you can start thinking about, where do I want to go? And if you don't know where you want to go, I got great advice for you. Just do something. If you don't know what you want to do, you don't know what you're passionate about, just join us. Then read a book. Go out and meet somebody new. Learn something new. Go travel if you can. Get outside your house. So I'm so excited. I think this new platform and program will probably be the biggest program I've ever launched. My Bitcoin school is very large, but it's very specialized and niche. Social media, e-commerce marketing, how to use all that, how to do it, how to build a business, how to target and acquire customers. That's a big thing I discuss at school too, is I actually teach you exactly what I do to target and acquire customers, and then build a database over a lifetime, which has a residual value for the rest of your life. Right? I used to be in the finance industry, and there's a residual value to the accounts you manage for those of you that are in finance. And by the way, your business is going to be completely disrupted by the things I talk about in my course. I've always said all the financial advisors should have been doing social media 10 years ago, like I was. But there's a residual value to the accounts they manage. Same thing with social media. Once you build certain product lines and once you've acquired that customer, say you're in the fitness industry and you're selling a fitness course or you're selling cookbooks, once you have that for life. It's the same reason why social media, I've talked about this for years, Facebook, you're the product. That's why they don't charge you anything to use the service. You're the product. Same thing with Google, same thing with Twitter. They're using your information and data, and that's highly, highly valuable. It has a specific dollar value. Now, I also teach you about the different types of businesses and the different margins, right? Certain businesses have better margins. So for example, you might be selling a digital product with a 70% margin. You can have a different strategy that'll help you with at school at AMTVU than you would with a product that has a very thin margin, right? Maybe you only have a 30% margin or something like that. So part of it is the knowledge. Most of it is. It's the practice. It's putting in the work. And then when opportunities present themselves, what's so cool about social media, e-commerce, and marketing online is not only you can test market things basically for free, but you can ride the wave of cyclical events. So again, I pointed out, not that any of this stuff was good that just happened with these global lockdowns and the virus and all this stuff, but my students that were pivoted and positioned for that had record sales in the last few months. And it's, kind of perverse in that way, but even myself, record sales. Every business line, every business that I own had record sales over the last 3-4 months in the crisis because we were positioned in advance. And because you guys follow me on AMTV, I've been doing this for years. I've been telling you this is going to happen for 12 years. So at least when it comes to myself, I've been prepping my entire life around the events currently transpiring. And the thing is, this whole world has changed. It's not going back to normal. And a lot of that saddens me, but it's why you guys need to be proactive about where you are in your life right now. The whole world's changed. Global economy, everybody's commoditized, permanent work from home, everything's online, everything's on the internet, everything has to do with social media, marketing, reaching customers in a very fragmented, highly competitive, and now it's pretty obvious. And another major selling point of my course, people say, well, Christopher, I've already heard about YouTube and all this stuff. Oh man, you haven't heard of the dozens of technologies I'm teaching you at our program. Right? Because this actually ties into a lot of the decentralized platforms I've been studying for 10 years and working with directly as I've traveled and been a headline speaker in places like Block Show Asia and Singapore and other parts of the world. I'm helping my students get in to these new platforms when no one knows about it. But one of the reasons why, and I attribute a lot of my success, is to the fact that I started in social media 12 years ago. So you need a foundation, you need tools, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a community. That's the other great thing about our school. And then it's up to you. I mean, whether or not you take action, whether or not you take a risk, that's your call. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Hope to see you at school. That's AMTVU. Congrats to all of my new students. We got a new video in production. Again, we're going over 10 chapters, everything that you need to know. There's already 3 videos up, over 3 hours worth of content already for the early bird pricing. But once I get the next video up, I'm raising the price. So hope to see you there. And Jesus is King. You guys have a great day, and I'll keep you posted on our next video.
Click the link below right now to join our social media and e-commerce course. We've just unloaded 10 new videos as part of the platform. Get in with early bird pricing. Learn everything that you need to know about social media marketing. How to market and open accounts on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch. Use brand new technologies on the decentralized web. How to pick a product in a niche. How to create valuable content, viral market. What tools do you need to do that? How to monetize, how to find sponsors, how to make money. Learn the tricks and tips of the trade. How to pick topics, titles, thumbnails, keywords, everything that you need to know. Learn about how to grow your channel, how to monetize your channel, picking the right products, services, and subscription model to grow your niche, your product, or market, or industry tuning in. We've learned that everything is online. You need to do everything online now. And you need to be reaching an audience with your product or service. This is the time to pivot. This is the time to learn new and how to create new cash flows and new value in this new normal and new economy. You also learn how to start an e-commerce store. We work with Shopify and 3D Cart, go over drop shipping products versus affiliate marketing, the pros and cons of that, how to build a customer service and management team, how to take your marketing virally to the next level, picking trending topics. Again, folks, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, but you do need the proper tools to success at our school. Click the link below. Join us at AMTV. Get all of this and more today. Learn everything that you need to know, strategy, team building, how to hire video editors, leverage your time as you grow, your income, your craft, and or your trade. We also go over the new platforms of the future on the decentralized web, where there's first mover advantage to take your market share today. Click the link below, join us, register, join tens of thousands of other students around the world. I will see you there. I'm Christopher Greene. God bless, and start with video number 1, the fundamentals to social media marketing online. See you at school.